to our one and only executive producer, the amazing Reba Sparrow. Give it up for her one more time.
About 10 years ago, I went to a raw foods retreat. What you laughing at? On the big island of Hawaii, where I learned for the very first time about the potential healing properties of a raw cucumber when inserted into the vagina, or as they called it, the yoni. Now, this was super intriguing to me, so I take this information home to my boyfriend, John, and I'm like, hey, I think I want to cleanse my pussy with a raw cucumber, but I probably need to research a little bit more. This was just a lecture I went to, so I need to figure out how to do this and stuff. And he pauses for a minute, and he's like, well, couldn't I just fuck you with a cucumber and get the same results? And I didn't actually want to research this, and I didn't think... I thought there's probably no danger in this. People pervert household things all the time. No big deal. It's probably fine. So I was like, heck yeah. Why don't you just fuck me with a cucumber? Maybe some of those cleansing properties will leach on up in there. So we negotiate this scene. It's Christmas Eve. The sexiest of times. And I walk into John's front door like I own the place. And he's off in the dining room secretly hiding, and he reaches... Just a little role play for you there. He grabs me from behind, totally consensual. He grabs me from behind and he blindfolds me and he drags me down the hallway into the bedroom. And I'm getting super excited. And he seats me on 2 chairs. And what I mean by that is he has 2 wooden chairs side by side, and he pulls down my panties, of which I'm not currently wearing. And he pulls up my skirt, and he sits one ass cheek on one chair and one on the other, leaving me wide open for cucumber insertion. Now, I'm blindfolded, so all of the rest of my senses are heightened, and I feel him running up against my thigh, this very cold cucumber. Which I actually really enjoy the sensation of something cold on my hot pussy. FYI. And he sticks it in. And it's fucking great. This cucumber is like big and cold, and it's like, have you ever had something just like fill you up? Dude, do you know what I'm talking about? Yep. I just felt so full. And I'm blindfolded. I'm like, here I am. I'm into it. I'm here for it. And the cucumber's going in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. And eventually, I squirt a little bit, which is super cool because if you know my history, you know I have a thing with squirting, but you might not know that. But anyway, it was a big deal. And eventually, I have this like monstrous orgasm. It's like those ones that just like fill you to your core. And I'm exhausted. So John takes the blindfold off, and he's very pleased with his contribution. And I like stumble. I'm like parched and sweaty, and I tumble onto the bed, and I'm exhausted. It's like really hard to be me. And we had the forethought to put together a little aftercare snack. What? And because it's Christmas Eve, I have put together this really fancy, elaborate hummus board. Are the people laughing, the people who know me and know that everything I do is fancy, like regardless if it's Christmas or not? That's true. It would have been fancy no matter what. But I'm laying here in the bed just like exhausted, and I'm like, John, bring me my snacks. And he comes into the room and he sets this hummus platter down on my lap like the queen that I am. And he looks at me very expectantly. And I'm like, what? What? And so I look down at the board, and there's the hummus that I've prepared, and the crackers, and my favorite olives with the garlics all stuffed inside, and some carrots and whatever. And there's a new addition. Call it out. Sliced cucumber. The very cucumber that was just inside my yoni. And I look up at John and I go, you're so dirty. And he looks at me and he goes, you're so dirty. And we both like grab a handful of cucumber and we're like cramming in each other's faces. A year later, it's the holiday season again. And we have been invited to a holiday potluck hosted by one of John's best friends. Now, he has this group of 5 or 6 people who he's known since high school, and they're like family. They're his best friends. And at this point, I've met most of them, but one of them I haven't met, and he's driving in all the way from Seattle with his new wife. And I'm like, shit, that's 2 people I gotta make a good impression on. Because it's important to me, and it's important to John, that his best friends like me, because seriously, they're like family, and I like it when people like me. What? And so we're getting ready for this party. I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup, and I go into the kitchen to make sure that the cookies that they've asked me to bring are plated and ready to go. It's like one of those potlucks where they tell you what to bring, annoyingly, but whatever. I get these cookies ready, and John is in the kitchen doing something, and he goes, hey, do you remember last Christmas Eve? And I'm like, why, yes, I do. And immediately I flash back to the cucumber incident and the squirting and the holes and the eating and all of it. And he says, well, I was wondering if you would like to make that a holiday tradition. And I'm like, what? Why, yes, I would. I thought you'd never ask. And he says, good, because I got you an early Christmas present. And he opens the fridge and he pulls out this ginormous cucumber. And I'm like, wishful thinking. I don't know how that's getting in. But I swear my panties just drop to the floor on their own. And he grabs my hand and we run back to the bedroom. That sneaky bastard had those chairs already ready. Panties are gone, skirt goes up, I'm blindfolded, cucumber goes in, he's grinding, he's pushing it. Blah. Squirting happens again. Fun fact, I squirt with cucumber. That is the secret. We orgasm, we have a good time, it's all awesome, but we're in a hurry because we gotta get to this party on time. I wanna make a good impression, remember? So there's no time for aftercare. I like frantically run to the bathroom trying to redo my hair and makeup because I look and smell like I just had sex. John runs to the kitchen. He's like, cookies, cookies. And I'm like, hair. And I hear him call across the hallway. And he says, hey, you know my friends, and we might want to bring something extra for you to eat to this potluck. And the reason he said that is because he knows that I've been plant-based for the last 29 years. And I'm used to bringing my own food places, just like kind of as a security, just so my needs are met. And I'm like, cool, yeah, that's great. So he's like, cool, I'll bring some leftovers. Half an hour later, we're at this party. We're standing in a semicircle in the living room. It's best friend from Seattle, who I haven't gotten a chance to talk to yet because John is catching up with him. So Seattle friend, John, me, new wife. And I am doing my best to win new wife over, but we are just not vibing. And it's just, we're different people is all. And so I'm trying to learn her language and learn what she's all about so that I can connect with her, but it's not a natural fit. We have zero chemistry. And I'm like, that's fine, it's cool. Talking to new wife. People are drinking, people have plates of food in their hand, except for me, because as John predicted, there wasn't much there that I was interested in eating. And so he notices this and he says, hey, I'm gonna go get those leftovers that I packed for you. And I was like, great. So he disappears to the kitchen and I'm like plotting how am I gonna be amazing to new wife so that she loves me. And John comes back and he hands me this medium-sized square Tupperware. And I'm expecting that inside there's last night's leftover lasagna. So I open it up and there is not last night's leftover lasagna. There is strawberries and grapes. And he just kind of opened the fridge and threw shit in. Do you know what else was in the Tupperware? Fucking sliced cucumbers! And I look over at John are you fucking kidding me? And he winks at me. And I'm like, not the time or place, bro. But whatever. It's in my hands. I'm eating whatever. And I turn to new wife because I'm like, I'm about to win this bitch over with my charming wit. I'm going to say something hilarious and she's going to love me. And I turn to her and I swear to you this happens in slow motion. Oh, yes. New wife says to me, no, it's slow motion. I'm so glad you brought produce. I've eaten too many sweets. And her hand just lunges toward me. And I'm in a panic mode. And I'm going, no. But yes. Her hand lands on the sliced cucumber. She grabs 2 or 3. No. What would you have done? And then she just keeps talking to me. I turn to John, who's been watching this whole thing go down. The blood has rushed out of his face. He grabs the Tupperware from me and he disappears. And new wife is just blah, 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 blah. And all I can think is, oh my God, I think you just ate my pussy juice. I don't know what to do. So I excuse myself to go find John, and I walk into the kitchen, and he is frantically dumping everything down the garbage disposal. It's like Macbeth. He's out, damn spot. And I'm like, John, and he goes, no, shh. And I'm like, but, and he's like, no, shh. And I'm like, okay, but we have to tell her, right?
No. If she doesn't know, let her know. Nobody's gonna know.
You're my people. He's like, no, listen, get it together. He goes, first of all, what was she doing putting her hand in your Tupperware? And I was like, okay. This is a potluck, but the Tupperware was not on a buffet a free-for-all, right? It was like as if I had my own plate in my hand. Would you grab someone's fucking pussy cucumber off of their plate? And then he says, listen. And I was like, but John, like, is it safe? Like, is she okay? And he was like, okay, but listen, just calm your tits. I washed and peeled the cucumber. I didn't know that because I was like in a panic mode. I didn't know what was going on. He's like, and I was like, wait, so like my juices, like my bodily fluids did not go into her person. And he was like, no, it did not go. And shut up, we're not talking about this. And I was like, okay, so it's just the principle. And he's like, yes. I was like, okay, all right, we got this. We're gonna go. And I was like, but does she like me? And he's like, we didn't have words. And we're like, okay, whew. Deep breath. We go back into the party and we agree, we never tell new wife. I want to take a moment to acknowledge that although we never told new wife, I am now telling an audience full of 400 people. Be cool, y'all. Let's keep this on the down low. And we never told her. And I think she still doesn't like me. And honestly, I still can't vouch for the validity of a raw cucumber with its cleansing powers. I don't know. Google that shit, I don't know. But I can definitively say this experience with this cucumber has made me just a little bit more dirty.